Sawadee Kap. Hello and welcome to Daily Wisdom, Walking the Path with the Buddha. Today is our group learning program, and I'm helping you in a guided meditation session. We're going to be doing Breathing Mindfulness Meditation as a guided session. I'm going to start with chanting to ease us into meditation. Then I'm going to provide some guidance to be able to help you understand how to meditate and get more benefit out of your meditation session. Then there'll be a period of time where it'll just be quiet and we'll be meditating together. Then we'll come out of meditation with some chanting as well. This is to help an individual to develop mindfulness, concentration, and train the mind to easily let go. So I'd like to welcome all of you guys to our class today and invite you to join for meditation. If you'd like to join for meditation, you might take a position either seated, lying, or standing. There's another position as well, walking, but that doesn't usually help too much with online learning because we're moving around and the camera is stationary. But there are these four positions that the Buddha taught: seated, lying, standing, and walking. So if you're in the seated position, which is a primary position that a lot of people learn in, you might be seated on the floor or sitting in a chair. If you're sitting on the floor, you might put some cushions under your rear. This gets the hips up in the air so that it lessens the angle at the hips, the knees, and the ankles. You can also sit in a chair. And if you're sitting in a chair, you might have your feet flat on the floor or maybe crossed at the ankles. This practice isn't about everybody doing it exactly the same way. It's finding what's comfortable for you. If it's comfortable for you to be on the floor or in a chair, it's up to you. You don't have to be in just one permanent position. It's not possible for you to be in just one permanent position. So find a position that's comfortable for you, either seated on the floor, perhaps with some cushions, or in a chair. With the hands and arms, the Buddha put his right hand over his left with his thumbs together, and he put that into his lap. And you can use that if you'd like. Again, it's not about everybody doing it exactly the same way. Some people might decide to put their palms on their thighs, their knees, or maybe even their palms up. Whatever's comfortable for you. The lower body and the hands and arms should be relaxed and comfortable. Not luxurious, but also not painful as well. The upper body should be erect. This keeps the mind attentive and alert during the meditation so that you can have some attentiveness and actually do the work of meditating. So if you keep the upper body erect, this will keep the mind attentive and alert during the meditation. Next, as I mentioned, I'm going to be chanting to ease us into meditation, and you're welcome to join in that chanting if you'd like. If you don't know these chants, you might decide to just close the eyes and start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. This will help you to get established in your meditation practice. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the chanting. And like I mentioned, you're welcome to chant along, or you can just close the eyes and start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. By the way, there's nothing mystical or magical with these chants. It's just to help ease the mind into meditation. Arahang Samma Sambuddho Mahakawa Otang Mahakawanang Apiwateyami Sawakato Mahakawata Dhammo Dhammang Namasami Supatipano Mahakavato Sāvaka Saṅkho Saṅghang Namami Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma sambuddhassa. Iti piso bhagava arahang samma sambuddho vicacaranang sammuno sakato rokawito anuttaro purisa Namasati satatawa manusranam Oto bhagavati. Okay, with the lower body and the hands and arms comfortable, and the upper body erect, just close the eyes and start breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Here you're just looking to establish the breath. A nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. Not forced or controlled, just a gradual inhale through the nose, experiencing the full breath. And then, whenever you're ready, exhale out through the nose. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Your breath may not match up to the guidance that I'm providing, and that's okay. This is your practice. I'm just here for guidance. You can use this voice as a reminder that whenever you get to the next inhale, just breathe in gradually through the nose, establishing a nice, natural, steady, consistent breath. And then, when you're ready, exhale out through the nose. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. Once the breath is well established, start fixating the mind on the breath, either the sound of the breath coming into the nose or the sensation of air moving over the skin into the nose. The breath is the present moment. Fixate the mind on the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. With the mind fixated on the breath, whenever you notice that it moves off the breath, cut that off let it go, and come back to the breath. There's no need to observe the thought, label it, judge it, analyze it, or even try to figure out where it's coming from. Whenever you notice that the mind is moved off the breath, cut that off, let it go, and come back to the breath, the present moment. Breathing in and out. Breathing in and out. I'm going to be quiet now and let you do this work of focusing on the breath, cutting off and letting go anytime the mind moves off the breath. You have nowhere to go. There's nothing to do. No one needs you right now. This is your time to focus on the breath. Breathing in and out. อะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธภะคะวาพุทธังมหาคะวันนังอภิวาเทมิสวากขาโตมหาคะวตาธัมโมธัมมังนามัสสามิสุปฏิปันโนมหาคะวะโตสาวกสังโฆสังฆังนามามินะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะอิติปิโสมะคะวะอะระหังสัมมาสัมพุทโธวิชาจารณังสัมมุโนสกขาโตโรคาวิโตอนุเตโรปุริสาธัมมาสติสัตตาตาวามนุสนังโอโตภาควาติ Okay, if you would like to slowly ease your way out of meditation, what I'm going to do is open up to any and all questions that you guys might have related to the path to enlightenment. It can be about meditation or any aspect of the path to enlightenment that you would like clarification on. You can ask those questions by putting them into Facebook, YouTube, or Zoom. Or in Zoom, you can raise your hand electronically. I'll be able to see your question and then be able to answer it for you here during class. So let me know what questions, if any, that you might have. Looks like Biplop, you have your hand up. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you, teacher.
You're welcome.
Teachers, I have a personal problems. Can I share with you?
Sure.
Could I share with you, sir?
Sure.
Recently, I observed that sorrow, when it arises, I cut it off, try to let it go, but return it. Lost sound.
Looks like your internet connection is cutting out, Biplop. I didn't hear everything you say. Biplop, I'm not sure if you can hear me or not. It sounds like your internet connection. Sounds like your internet connection is a little bit thin. Maybe if you turn off your video and just hear the audio, then I'll be able to hear you.
Okay.
Yeah, let's try
Sure.
that and see if it works.
Sir, I observed that sorrow, when it arises, try to let it go, cut it off, but it returned back to me.
Mm-hmm.
And some examples, and recently I lost some official documents in my office. That's due to I lost some achievement in my job or money. So it's deserved me to sorrow. And I try to understand it. This is impermanent and this is my cravings to gain money or success. Try to let it go, cut it off, but it returned back to me. And it arises and it creates regrets to me. And some jealousy I feel. My friends or my colleagues, they gain their success, but I don't. So somehow I am some sorrowful these weeks. Can you help me to overcome it?
Sure. So I think you know that what's causing these discontent feelings is the craving, desire, attachment. The mind is craving permanence and wanting things to be permanent when everything around you is impermanent. So it's not possible for you to obtain things to be permanent. So these documents that you've lost, it's not possible for those documents to be permanent. You're going to experience loss in your life, whether it's loss of money, loss of your documents, loss of people, loss of material possessions or other objects. This is going to occur. So all you can do is train your mind to not crave permanence. As long as it's craving permanence, you're going to experience this discontentedness when you lose something. So while you understand things are impermanent and you will tend to lose things occasionally, you need to be able to develop the mind to have mindfulness or awareness of mind in concentration so that you can make wise decisions so that it's less likely for you to lose something. But then understand that, yes, occasionally you're going to lose something, right? You're going to lose jewelry, you're going to lose money, you're going to lose clothes, you're going to lose friends, you're going to lose family, you're going to lose all these kinds of things. They're all going to be gone someday. So all you can do is train your mind to let go, but then make wise decisions to try to maintain your documents and keep them in a safe place and things like this. Your friends and colleagues that are experiencing progress in their career, and I think it sounds like you're not progressing as you would want to or you expect to, all you need to do in this situation is have sympathetic joy for them. This is joy for their success, whether you contributed to it or not. This is going to remove or eliminate any jealousy, if there's any jealousy or envy. But if there's discontentedness just because they're being successful and you're not, and you're wanting to be successful, you need to eliminate that craving. Instead of craving and longing, yearning, and chasing after success, instead gradually work towards it as a goal, as an objective or interest where you make wise decisions moment by moment. It's almost like if you are walking across the bridge, you're going to take one step at a time, one step at a time. Just focus on one step. You're not focusing on the 100th step on the other side of the bridge to ultimately get to the other side. You're focused on just one step at a time to be able to get across this bridge, because then you can bring your full wisdom to that one step. If you're focusing on the 100th step, you're going to miss all the other steps. You're not going to be able to get to the 100th step if you don't have a really good quality first step and a second step and a third step. So rather than focusing on what your colleagues are accomplishing, that's just comparing what they're doing to you. This is the ego. This is the conceit. So rather than comparing what they're accomplishing versus you, just focus on your journey and what you're trying to accomplish in life, one step at a time, eliminating any kind of craving to be wherever they are, because they're in their own journey. You are on your own journey. As long as you have craving to be where they're at, then that means your mind can't be content in the present moment. And when your mind's shaken up like that, your mind won't be calm. So therefore, you're not going to be able to access your wisdom to focus on just one step at a time. I can't hear you, but I see your lips moving, sir. If you have any follow-up questions, you're welcome to unmute yourself.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Let me see if we have any questions anywhere else on our platforms. Let's see, I'm not seeing any questions anywhere else. So I'll just end class by thanking all of you guys for joining us and reminding you that we have classes each Sunday, Wednesday, and Saturday at 9 a.m. Thai time and 9 p.m. Thai time. And on Wednesdays, we do guided meditation together. Next week on Wednesday, we'll be doing guided loving kindness meditation. And then I'll open up to any and all questions that you guys have. On Sunday in the group learning program, we're going to be in chapter 17 of this book, Developing a Life Practice, The Path That Leads to Enlightenment. This is titled Eliminating Fears. Are You Really Scared? I'm going to teach you how to eliminate your fears. And in this program, each Sunday, I'm going chapter by chapter. So we're already on chapter 17, and we'll be restarting this program somewhere in March or April of this year. But you can join this program at any point. You can download this book at buddhadailywisdom.com. You can take it and go print it, or you can order printed copies on Amazon, or you can get them at the temple here in Chiang Mai where I teach. So thank you all for joining. Perhaps I'll see you guys in one of these future classes. Have a very lovely and wonderful rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Sawadee Kap. Thank you again for watching. Enjoy your meditation. Look forward to seeing you online and answering any questions that you might have. Thank you so much.